I just wanted to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Christina Jorgensen. I started teaching with BYU-Idaho in January last year. I graduated from here 10 years ago with my bachelor's. So when I attended the math meeting yesterday, some of my professors were there, so that's kind of good. I got my master's at Boise State in educational technology. And I wanted to show a quick picture of my family because really outside of teaching, that's pretty much like all I do. So that's my family. My this summer, my oldest will turn 10 in a couple weeks, and their daughter is getting baptized on her birthday on August 1st. And then my youngest is 18 months. So, and my other little boy, he's 4. So we have lots of fun. But outside, I teach for Idaho Digital Learning Academy, and I'm going to start in the fall full-time teaching for Idaho Virtual Academy. So it'll be a fun learning experience. I'm teaching math for everybody, and besides that, these are what I do. But I wanted, as we had a meeting with our group meetings, and someone was talking about how she started embedding stuff into her class, and I was thinking, oh, you didn't already know how to do that. So then I got thinking, well, maybe people don't really know how to embed. When I started using HTML, I would click on the HTML button and it would totally freak me out. So then I was just like, why not just throw it out there and see what BYU-I says? And they emailed me back and said, yes, you can present. And I thought, oh, what did I do? So here we are. So what's HTML? This semester I'm teaching 100L, and this is a page we all get, right? I haven't done this lesson yet. That's why it looks like this. If you were in the last one, they totally said, don't do this. But I just wanted to kind of show you before I showed you stuff I did. This is just what our regular page looks like. If you click on the HTML code, which is at the top, and I'll show you in a minute what it looks like, this is what you see. Okay, I haven't added anything to it yet, and it already has all of this on there. And if you delete this, that main page is gone. Your setup and everything's gone, and they really don't like you to do that for them. So and in the past I clicked on it and I saw that and I thought, I'm good, I'm done, let's move on. So I just would unclick it and I just type in my little things. I included links everywhere. And my students would email me and I'd be like, well, didn't you check that video I posted? And they were like, oh, it's a link. I hate clicking links and everything like that. So I thought, okay, I need to get more involved with this. So what does this all mean? If you've taken a math class, it's a lot like parentheses. The beginning of every one, I wish I had like a pointer because I'm not that tall, obviously. But at the beginning of this, this is just a regular. Everything has a beginning and end. And when you're trying to understand HTML, always remember that. So your beginning just starts with one side of a triangle. I know there's a scientific word for it. I don't know what it is. Okay, a what bracket? An angle bracket. There we go. I presented on Tuesday at IDLA, and no one would tell me what it was. I kept saying I didn't know. Anyways, thank you for telling me. Okay, so you have an angle bracket, and it can say whatever. So in this case, it says div. The ending of it has a backslash div, and then the right angle bracket. Okay, so throughout all of this, so over here where we actually started on our page that we could start typing, this instructor may use this, it starts with a P, and a P just stands for paragraph. So every time you're typing and you hit your paragraph, that's what's going to show. And the way that a lot of this is set up, I know with upgrades and stuff, some of the HTML code will be going away, but I never knew what this weird kind of button was. It's like a unsigned NFBSP, and I deleted it once, and it messed up my whole, like the whole structure of the page and what I was trying to do. And it just stands for enter. So all of these just mean like I hit enter, 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 whatever. So I could have deleted some of those now. So why are we trying to figure this out? And I learned that this is kind of becoming obsolete with Brightspace because they actually have a fancy button that it will automatically embed like YouTube videos for you or stuff like that. So part of this you don't have to know anymore, but there's still a few things like in math we use Khan Academy for a lot of stuff. It's already there for us. I don't have to create the videos. So this is what one of my weeks in my notes and instructor page looks like. So I just say, here's some videos of the things we're talking about today, and I've embedded them into my thing. So they don't have to click on a link. Yes, ma'am.
When I've tried to embed in the past, sometimes it blocks it from opening in the browser. And I was told that that's because we have security on Brain Honey and that they don't want us bringing in unauthorized videos that they haven't approved or whatever. So I kind of gave up. But so, and I would have to tell people like, click the little shield on the bars, and then open up. And then that became a whole other can of worms that was not even worth it.
But a lot of
this bypasses.
So if you know the code, it bypasses a lot of it because it puts it in there, and then you don't have to worry about it uploading it for you. Does that make sense? Yeah. And he probably knows a lot more than me. I feel like he should be up here.
It's okay. I'm here to learn how to teach it, so it's good.
Okay, good. So this is what it looks like. My students just click on it. They can start watching the video. It's good to go. So, oh, I thought I included the code for it. D. Okay. So how can you do this in your own class? I know most of you don't teach math, and so you don't already have a nice website set up that has videos for you. If you use YouTube, if you've used other things, more like Mormon messages are on YouTube now, which are kind of nice. They also, I've also found when they have embedded theirs, they bypass a lot of the security breaches. So now you can, depending on what your own building has for your setups at church, you can actually watch the YouTube Mormon message videos. So I know there's been issues in the past for that. But anyways, so how do you find the embed code for things that you want? At the bottom of most things, and I will show you different things besides Khan Academy. I have different examples. There's a share button. And if you click on that, it gives you options. And everything now has an option for Facebook and Twitter and email and all those. But then there's an embed code. And if you click on that, it pulls this up. And you highlight it all. And you can either do, you know, on your computer, you can do Control-C for copy, or you can right-click and copy it, whatever works best for you. But you copy it, and then you are, this is in my HTML code. You can just right-click and paste it, right wherever you want. I've had, when we started talking about it, people were like, well, I don't know where to put it everywhere. I thought I included, I didn't. If one thing I would do is in your class type, for me when I'm in Brain Honey and I start typing my notes and structure, I will put in big bold letters, enter video here. And then I'll keep typing if I wanted to include more stuff, and then enter video 2 here. So when I go into my embed, which I'll just show you.
I do that. I'll get a line and just do a whole bunch of like asterisks, because asterisks jump out at me more than letters. So like, let's say you have your notes from instructor and you already have like words here. You're like, oh, I want to put a video right here. So in your notes from instructor, I'll just put a whole bunch of asterisk stars. And then when I go and hit the HTML button, then I automatically see all those stars, and then that's where I copy and that's where I paste all of the programming language.
And actually, the things we're doing now aren't going to just immediately go over to Brightspace. So instead of, if you already, because some of us aren't going to start using Brightspace for another 3 semesters, and you want to start using this now, one thing I would do is, so this is my notes to instructor page. Okay, so when I move over to Brightspace, I want to keep all my videos. So I'm going to put in really big letters, and you can use stars or whatever you want. And then I'm going to go down to the bottom, and there are some things that you can't embed, which really stinks. I'm going to do all my stars. So when I go to HTML, I can start looking, and I'm going to copy, starting with start here. I'm going to copy all of it all the way to end. So I'm going to just highlight it, and then I'm gonna copy it, and I'm gonna open a Word document, and I'm gonna say, you know, in 100L, lesson 7, notes to instructor, and paste it. So when I get into Brightspace, I don't have to reinvent the wheel again. It's all there. And I talked to Corey, who's doing some of the stuff. He was at my conference on Tuesday, and Brightspace, actually, their coding is much cleaner than BrainHunt. It's not as messy, and it's a lot more direct. So it'll actually be easier to work with.
So this is when you are copying what you have now, to copy and save it, you want to do the HTML,
Right.
so that when you transfer over, you can just.
Because if you try and just copy and paste, so I have videos and stuff, if I try not doing HTML and I just copy and paste and then try and stick it in the next one, my videos or my pictures don't pull up. And HTML code is going to transfer no matter what we use. So if you keep folders, even if in like 10 years they change from Brightspace to something else, you still have your stuff.
So when I put it in the Word document, it's gonna look like that code, right?
Yeah. It's going to look like that.
So it'll be nothing to me until I copy and paste it into Brightspace.
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry, this might be getting too technical.
No.
But as I'm doing these notes, and I've been playing with the HTML code and everything, sometimes I can't get, they have certain colors that they've used as a
Right.
format, or they use certain fonts or things, and I can't replicate them, and I don't know what line in the code it is
Okay.
to actually use it. And
Yeah,
so-
so actually you can go through, if you want, and what I suggest is go in and play, like, either use a past course, so you're not messing with your students now or whatever, but kind of like, look, so right here you can read through, my background color is right there, it's that number.
Okay.
So anything with a pound, that's your color.
Okay, so if it has a pound sign, that's the color?
Yep,
Okay.
and then you have different fonts, like, and in your videos too, one cool thing, you can change the size of them throughout my code. So I'm trying to see.
So a pound sign is a color, and how do you know what the font is that they're using
So-
to say a font name?
So they're all this, the font names are in there. I would Google like HTML color code, and you can get your numbers that way too.
Okay.
So, like here in my video, I can change how big or small it is. If I want to make my videos bigger,
I didn't know.
I can. If you want to make them smaller so they're not taking up the whole screen, you can change your height and width right there in your code.
You just type in whatever you want.
Yeah, so I can change this number. So maybe I want it to be 400, and
Does it need to be a certain ratio from the width to the height?
if you know it, I would try and keep it that way. And a lot of them, like on YouTube and Khan Academy, you can try and change it right there on the page.
Okay.
And you can say, okay, I want it this width instead, or I want it this big. But if you want to try and play with it, another thing I learned that I didn't know in the beginning is when I hit update, I always saw this box,
Yeah.
this yellow box, and I thought that meant I did it wrong. And so I would delete it and keep trying again, and finally I just got frustrated with it. It wasn't until later that I learned you have to hit done
Done.
first,
Yeah.
and then it's there. So
So what do you use for email? Do you use the BYU email, or so I have all my emails sent to my Apple account,
Right.
and I can't embed in my Apple account. Do you use some other
I don't embed
third
in
party?
mine.
Okay.
no. And my students this semester, none of them are from America.
Yeah, I teach. Yeah.
And
like-
so I haven't done that, but I send emails out to them and say, hey, check my notes of instructor.
right. It'd just be
Something like
nice to have it all under one.
Yeah, it would be. One thing, let me go back. There's a couple of things. So we kind of went over all this. So what if you aren't in math and you don't have Khan Academy? Are there ways to embed things you've already done? And there are some things that can't. For my notes, so my introduction, when I did my introduction this semester, I created a video about my family, which we're all supposed to do. I have software in my house, so I can create my own videos, so I could talk. I didn't have to like, but I couldn't embed it. So there's a website called Vimo.com, and it's free if you want. You can pay for the upgrade, but you can upload any video, and it will create an embed code for you.
Oh.
So I uploaded it to this. The free account, it's a lot based on first come, first serve. So when I uploaded it, it said, your video will be ready in 45 minutes. And it sent me an email like 20 minutes later and said it was ready. But Tuesday night, I guess it was depending on when I got on and uploaded a video and it automatically uploaded. If you, yeah.
Do you happen to know if I use the Kaltura video tool through BYU-Idaho, does that do an HTML code?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, I
Yeah.
just have to know where to look for it.
Just at the bottom of your video, you can click on pretty much on share.
Is there an advantage to using Vivo app as opposed to uploading your video to YouTube and using their
There's not, it just depends. Like, for some, I teach high school also, and a lot of high schools block YouTube. So I upload my videos to this and they don't block this one. So it also depends on where their internet is, I guess, too. Another one that I have used, so for those of us that don't want to use video and we have like papers we want, there is a website called Sprite that uploads your paper into an embed code. So when you put it right in your class, the paper's right there and they can just scroll through it. So let me show you.
You mean like if I want to share an example with the students or something like that, I can use this to embed it?
And they don't have to click on a link. This kind of gets rid of extra steps. Yeah. Because our students just don't.
You lose them if they have to,
Right.
which is funny, but we all do it.
Yep. So, okay, so let's just say so I already uploaded these. If you create a account with Sprite, which is also free, it doesn't cost anything. I went and I did my master's, I had to create a portfolio and everything had to be embedded. So they gave us this program, so they didn't have to click on links either, because I guess they're lazy too. So I downloaded it, and then if you just go to share, there are different options. There's the Facebook, there's the tweet. If you scroll down here, if you decide to do it, unclick the include link and unclick include recommendations, and that just gives you your paper. So they don't get all the extra advertisements and everything from Sprite. So if I added it to my class.
See, that's why I kind of don't like using YouTube, because you never know what ads are going to be on
And
the
you
side.
can in YouTube, if you scroll, you can click so that it doesn't see recommended videos and it doesn't see all the ads. You can get rid of that too.
Are you going to show us?
Sure.
Please.
Sure. All right. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where I want to put this.
Can I show you a trick?
Yes.
Okay, highlight all of that.
Highlight all of it.
Just control it.
Yep.
And then go to copy it, of course.
Okay.
And then go to a new tab up there. Yep. And search JS space beautifier. Just, yeah.
JS space.
Beautifier. Right there. You don't have to have the space, yep.
Okay.
It's that first one, jsbeautifier.org. And you just click in that spot right there. Yep.
Okay.
Just click, yeah, and then hit beautify.
Nice.
And so you can actually read your code. So I use this all day long. This is how I do it. So, yeah.
So that just looks like that.
Yep, so it's exactly the same code, except
Right.
for it puts the
So now,
space
here's my video. And here's what they already inserted. All of this is what they do. So you just have, so I can go down here and insert. So right here.
Was that .org? That was.
Yep.
Oh crap, oh, I can't do that because I copied and pasted from YouTube.
Oh, sorry about that.
That's right. Everyone online is like, these people are crazy. All right.
You're on. object tag.
I know it.
Just hit undo. Control Z.
And can you take that code out of the beautifier and paste it back into the
Yep.
page?
Exactly. Yep.
Even though it's
But you have to,
formatted differently.
right, because it's got all of it right there.
Yep, and Brain Honey will rip out all the spacing again, but it leaves the content. Yep. But D2L does not. D2L leaves all the white space. So it'll be a lot easier.
Yeah, and it really is. It's set up just like that beautifier is in Brightspace.
It looks like.
So the benefit of that is that it shows you like where the
Yeah, so you don't actually have to read it. You have to. It'll just be like paragraph. It'd be like writing an essay with actual paragraphs. And so here's the paper I embedded. It's all right there for them. Yeah.
So there's another program that you can use besides Scribe, and it's OneDrive, and it does the same thing, embed documents, but I use that all the time. So it's a really nice one.
And Microsoft and Google Drive does it as well.
Cool. Yeah, they can download, they can do whatever they want with it also. That's just the one and really you can go in and you can start researching and find one that you are the most comfortable with. Because that's really
Any PowerPoint presentations?
I haven't tried yet, but you can
I would use Google Drive for that. I mean, there's probably lots
upload
of
it and then do it.
PowerPoint?
PowerPoints. Uh-huh.
So I missed this stuff, I think, with this, Scribd,
Yeah.
you can go and find your paper on Scribd or?
Yeah, so this is, so when you go in, up here, if you add a picture or whatever, this is everything you've uploaded. Or up at the top, it has an upload button. So you can upload, and this is everything I've done. Or I've uploaded to this.
So does Google Drive do the same thing but have more expanded capacity than Drive?
I'm not too familiar with Drive, but Google Drive, you have some incompatibilities between if you make it in Microsoft product or if you make it in Google Drive, of course. But you know, the content will pretty much always be there. But so when I know that I'm going to create something that's going to go out, that I will make it in Google, you know, whatever theirs are called.
Google Docs.
Google Docs or spreadsheets or slides is what theirs is called.
Where are you getting that in?
So-
you have to go to share.
Here.
And then there's like share on web. It's a little thing on that one. So you-
It is. What time is it? We got time.
shareable link is, it will go into where they can actually look at it. But there's a way to look at it.
Oh, I just want
It's like
to,
file published.
that's not what I want to do.
So they're not using the word embed.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm logged in as someone else. That's really.
Go to file.
Yeah, we'll just add my account and then we'll change it.
And then it will give you a code
Oh, and then it says,
embed.
and then publish it.
Yeah, and it'll warn you and say, hey, you're about to share this to the world. Yeah, that's my goal. So.
Oh.
So let's just don't change this slide.
I'm a designer.
It won't let me click on me. Oh, well, we'll see if there's Google Docs on here. Okay.
No, joy in sharing.
Okay. So if you click on, where's yours? Oh,
So this is a
Google
slide,
Docs.
but not a PowerPoint.
This is a PDF.
Okay, so,
That's
oh, here's PowerPoint.
Oh, it's PDF. Okay.
So you can just click on
Share.
share. I don't use Google Docs very often, so this is me. Well, no, we don't want,
He said it's in their file.
Yeah, so you have to open it first.
Okay.
So there's two things to know. I guess this is important to know with Google Docs. Google Docs will let you upload a Word document, a PowerPoint, and almost anything that's Microsoft, and it will keep it as a PowerPoint or a Word document or an Excel file. But if you want to edit it or share it, they have to convert it to their version, which would be slides or whatever. So if you click on it, right click on PowerPoint.
so this one hasn't been converted.
Right, because it still says
Right.
PPTX. So if you go down to open with and then say Google Slides, now it's doing this conversion process where it's taking your PowerPoint, here, let me share on this one, but it's going to convert it over. So that's why I said, so that I know that it looks like the way I want it to look, I just go in and make it in Google, in Google Slides.
And this is why technology is.
So, but once you get it open, so you just hit new Google Slide over there. And download, yeah. So ta-da, we made our Google Slides. Go up and you can pick your,
Oh, sorry. It's making me do this. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so ta-da, you've got it done. Now you hit File and go down to Publish to Web. Is it yet there? And then you can click Embed.
And you can change how big you want each of them and how long you want them to click on it, be on there for.
It will auto advance.
Really?
Yeah.
And you can, if you click this, as soon as it pulls up, it's gonna start the video.
So they're getting there. She talks about OneDrive, and that's Microsoft thing. We're eventually going to get to as a campus, Microsoft 360, which has
Okay.
more of this.
Just trying to show that YouTube, how you said you get rid of the
So
ads.
it's not beta for them. It's just we're deciding how we're gonna.
Because sometimes there's some sketchy ones, and you're like,
Yeah. Hey, look at, look at President. Okay, so she wanted to see on YouTube how we get rid of all the ads and all the extra stuff. If you go to share and click embed, and then, oh, thanks. Okay. And then you can click show suggested, you know, like you can click on all the extra stuff.
Oh, gotcha. Sure.
They have no control, they must watch it till.
Right. You can't start and stop whatever you want. So, right, at the bottom it says, so this is what it looks like when I just clicked embed.
Okay.
You've got to click on the show more.
Okay.
And that's where you can.
So then if you go and put that in your notes from instructor, they click on, the students click on the link, they'll be diverted.
Well, there won't be.
It will be embedded.
You'll be
Oh, sorry, it's
So
embedded. Sorry.
just the video will be up there.
Thank you.
You know, yep.
If you want to get more technical, there's ways, there's stuff you can add to the embed code. You have to actually code it by hand. But there's lots of lists. You can even say start here and end here. So if you're grabbing a video online, you can say start and end. You can do lots of
You can,
other
I
things.
was just doing basic.
Yeah, you go. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
It's out there. I'm not going to do
And
that.
actually, I really encourage you.
When you click on the page.
Yeah, that's right there.
Yeah, right here. Where is it?
I thought it was.
No, it was there.
Where it's auto plays.
Where was that at? Because we had
Maybe
it.
that was Google Docs.
Yeah.
But
Oh, that was
yeah,
Google
is-
Docs.
Yeah, that's PowerPoint.
Yeah, there is that option that you can say autoplay. Of course, if you have multiple things or you're gonna have them read
Then you
stuff,
might
you don't
not want
really
it.
want them to.
Yeah.
Or if
And
you're on a mobile device.
Really, the best thing to do with anything we've learned this week is to go and try it. Like, get in there and play with it and see what it looks like. I like messing with my older classes just so that I don't screw up anything that my students are doing right now. But that's just kind of really basic. Like, we could have really, I hope a little bit of it helped. But a big thing I would do is, I don't want to lose my stuff I did when we move over to Brightspace. So you can go in and start copying and pasting and stuff like that too. And in Brightspace, there are options like in the newsfeed. They showed us this. Oh no, anyways, somehow today I learned this. There's like in the news when you edit, you can hit YouTube and type in something and it will automatically embed it. You can hit something else and not everything on there is listed, but you can actually, and if you have the embed code, it has embed and you can do that too.
You do have access to your course for a semester, when you move Brightspace.
They, in our meeting when we were in earlier, she said that they were going to give us access to our old courses at least a semester.
Or
So you don't have to worry about copying everything, you can get it out real time.
Right. But if you taught different classes, you're gonna lose those other classes. Right.
Oh,
So I teach 3 different classes, and unless I taught all 3 of them in one semester, I'm gonna lose all those other classes.
They're just archived, you can pull them anywhere. Yeah.
Right, but will we still have access to them?